Tell me, Elspeth, what's your favourite part of class?
Probably jumping.
I thought it was probably jumping. Okay, so we're going to talk about how to do some jumps safely, okay? What we need to think about when we're jumping. And for today, we're just going to keep them all in neutral, okay? Can you tell me one of the first things you're going to think about?
Tracking.
Tracking, good girl.
Hips, knees and ankles.
That's right. Doing what?
Staying in line.
Staying in line, that's right, okay. Because when you jump, what do you have to do first before you jump?
You have...
Think about, when you do a jump, what do you do before you leave the floor?
Bend.
You bend your knees, exactly, okay? So we have to really think about that tracking when you bend that knees. Now, because jumps are they slow? No, particularly the first jumps we do in class, they're quite quick, aren't they? So all our movements are going to be quick, which means it's easy to forget our placement, okay? And it's really important when we're doing quicker movements to think about our placement so that we don't hurt ourselves, all right? So thinking about all the things that we've talked about in all our previous videos, so hips, knees and ankles, lots of tracking and triangles through those floor. Now then, so you told me that when we do a Sautes, we have to bend our knees first, don't we? Okay, so we're going to do 4 little, that's right, and we're going to do 4 little knee bends to just practice, that's it, thinking about that tracking. Now be careful, I don't want any kissing knees as you go down. That's it. Now then, the Sautes. Tell me what happens when you do a Saute. What do your feet do?
They go through.
Through what?
Through your foot.
They do, and what do we think about with our feet? We think about our triangles, that's right, okay? So when you take off, you're going to think about going through those triangles. So you still need to think of keeping all those toes, and they're the last thing that leave the floor, aren't they? Yes, okay? So when you've done your plie, you push.
Unless you go.
Oh, yes, but that's not ideal, is it? No, that's going to end up hurting your legs, isn't it? Okay, so you need to make sure that you push and you go through your triangles and you think of all 10 toes, and they're the last thing to leave. And then what's the first thing to come down from the air?
Your toes.
Your toes. And you go back through your toes and through your triangles and into your tracked plie. Okay? All right. So let's just have a look at some. Let's have our arms down by the side and just have them nicely swinging. Okay? But with those swinging arms, I don't want kissing knees. All right, yes, we don't want that. All right, I want to make sure that those knees go out to the front. Okay, go on, give me 4 knee bends. And a knee, and 2, and 3, and 4, and through, and through, and through, and through. Okay, 4, just 4. Okay, we'll try and stay in time with the music. Okay, so we're going to do 4 of each. Tell me what you're going to think about, Elspeth, as you do them. Go on, what we just talked about.
Tracking, triangles, and going through your feet.
Absolutely. Okay. Now what you're also going to try not to do is bounce around the room. Okay. All right, we're not going to play hopscotch today. We're going to try and stay on that track and on those train tracks and stay on the spot. Okay, do you think you can do that? I'm going to give you something else to think about now. As well as all those, I want you to imagine that as you land, you're going to land straight, as if you're sliding down a wall. That's it. What you don't want to do is you don't want to break just that. We don't want that, okay? So you have to keep, okay, you have to make sure that you jump up and down in a straight line. Okay, can we try and think about that? Yes? All right, I'll go and pop some music on. How about you stand in perfect posture, ready? Okay, are we there? That's it, the energy going through those toes. Don't grip the floor with those toes, remember? about it nice and lengthened. Think of those toes long, don't let them, crunch, yeah? Long toes, I can see them crunching in those shoes. Lengthen, there, that's better. Now, what's happening with those knees? All right, yes, let's have them just a tiny bit wider so that we're not kissing. That's it. Okay, no, don't grip my, there we go. Do, Elspeth, do me a plie. Do me a plie. All right, okay. So we're going to try and hit that every time you do those knee bounces. All right, standing up ready, arms by your side. Okay. Here we go, Elspeth, nice and loose. Are you ready? And knee bend, 2, 3, 4, and bounce through those feet. And 1, is she kissing those knees? Don't let them kiss. Train track legs, knees, 2, keep it fluid. Bounce and bounce and bounce and bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, and bounce and bounce. And again, Elspeth, knees, 2 and 3, and bounce, 2, 3, 4, knees, 2. Make sure you're going through those feet. Knees, 2, 3, 4, through those feet. Knees, 2, 3, 4, and through those feet. All right, good girl, they weren't bad at all. Now then, I've not been telling her that she's got to really stretch her feet at the moment. That will come. I will start telling her she has to really stretch those feet as she goes into the air. But right now, what I wanted to see was her going through those feet and her coming back down through, and that tracking safe and sound, okay? So those legs, you're really looking after them. Pop your legs into neutral for me. No, that's gripped together. Feet apart, a little bit, yeah, hip distance apart. That's it, so you've got your train tracks in. Okay, I want you to do a really beautiful jump. Use a floor, plie, and I want to see some beautiful stretch. Hang on, put your arms down by your side. Okay, let's do 4 knee bounces and let's do 4 jumps, and I want to see beautifully stretched feet this time. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 1, and 1, and 1. All right, good girl. Okay, so the music needed to be a little bit slower for her to get that stretch. But as I said, at the moment, the most important thing I want to see is going through those feet. Okay, and you really have to look after yourselves, because it's not a studio floor. Yes, okay. You need to make sure you go through those legs and feet. Okay. All right, Elspeth, good try.